Okay, I'm going to detach the scale tool from my polygon here. And I'll detach the point definition and the scale factor slider. And move this over here and bring up this one called, says CO, that's short for camera obscura. And if you don't know what this means, camera obscura, I'm going to share a few images with you. Basically, how a camera obscura works is you have some object. In this example, it's a tree, and there's a hole. So you have a dark room, basically. You have a small hole, and the light will be passing through this hole, and it basically will project the image of whatever it is onto a plane in the wall. And one thing that happens is it flips it upside down, and the scale is going to be dependent, I suppose, on the distances between the point of the pinhole and the object, and the point of the pinhole and the surface onto which it's being projected. So with this tool in Grasshopper, you have the ability to generate this effect and impact the two things, the upside down business, but also the scale of the image. So, if you've ever taken a photography class, perhaps you've built something called a pinhole camera, and basically it's the same thing. You make a little hole in the box, and you put a negative inside the box, and you let the light enter into the box for a certain period of time, and it basically generates an image on the negative, or on the little strip of film. Okay, so let's go see how this works. So first thing it's doing here, there's my original polygon, and there is the one generated through the camera obscura. So it's basically just mirrored it along this axis. Okay, now I can shift it, and I can also do what I was talking about with the scale of the object. So there's two inputs here, mirror point and a scaling factor. So let's see here. Let's try connecting in this point. And let's see, if I bring it back to 0, it's going to maintain that same position that was there by default. If I begin to shift it along one of the axes, I'm going to get a sort of mirror image some distance away from it, or overlapping it. I could change the y coordinate too, but I'm going to leave it as 0. And then for the scale factor, I have this one that I was using before. Let's shift this over a little bit. So it's basically a little over doubling the size of the image, and I can kind of play around with that a little bit. Okay, so that's basically the two sort of transformations that take place when you're using the camera obscura tool.